I'm not wearing this hat because it doesn't fit me. My head is too big for it. But I know the game ended a couple days ago, but Jesus, that game was an absolute embarrassment. I said that in my last video, in my rant about the Browns game, I said that game was an embarrassment to the Steelers. Boy, my eyes would open this week. Steelers had no life. No life whatsoever. Absolutely nothing. They looked like they didn't even care. They just went into that game. I swear, Tomlin was like, well, we're going to lose anyway, so what's the point of trying? And then that's how I feel like every time we play a team that's difficult. We just have this mentality like, oh, we're not going to win, so what's the point of trying? Why? Why do we... The Steelers lost to the Bills 38-3. And yes, I knew we weren't going to win that game. So why are you so mad? I mean, what did you expect to win? No, I didn't expect to win, but I didn't expect to get blown out by 35. An NFL team losing by 5 touchdowns. That you never really see that anymore. Or you hardly ever. That's like a college football thing. This is the NFL, and we're losing by 35, 38-3 to the Bills. You know, Josh Allen just made the Steelers his bitch or something because he had like the game of his life, literally. If you were a Steelers fan, after the Steelers kicked that field goal in the first quarter, you might as well just turn the game off because there was nothing else you could have seen. Literally, the first play the Bills had, Josh Allen, 98-yard touchdown pass to Gabe Davis. And then Gabe Davis had another huge touchdown where he caught it one-handed, which was a pretty cool catch, but it just goes to show what former Steeler Ryan Clark said. The Steelers have no life. They look like they don't try. They look dead. And then what Bengals receiver Tyler Boyd said last year, 2 years ago, that the Steelers just, once you get at some point in the game, they just show no life, like they don't care. And Tyler Boyd is from Pittsburgh, so it makes sense that he would say something about it because he probably grew up a Steelers fan. But an NFL team losing by 35 points. You don't see that anymore. This is the worst Steelers loss I have seen. I can't even remember the last time the Steelers lost this bad. Probably, they played the Eagles at Philadelphia back in 2016. They lost, I think, 34-3. I think that was the last time we lost that bad. I think that was the last time we didn't score a touchdown in a game. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the last time. The Steelers are going to be 1-7 by their bye week in week 9. Because here's who we have to play. Next week, home against the Buccaneers. And we all know we can't beat Tom Brady. Tom Brady has owned the Steelers since he came into the league back in 2000. And then the week after that, at the Dolphins on Sunday night. Now that as of right now, I don't know. That game will really just depend if Tua plays. If Tua plays, we're goners. It doesn't. Who cares? If you just throw it to Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, our cornerbacks are terrible. They can't block anybody. I mean, you saw Gabe Davis last week. You've seen us getting owned by the Jets the week before. You've seen us getting owned by the Browns, owned by the Patriots. And then after that, at the Eagles. And I just said the last time we played at the Eagles in 2016 we lost 34-3, and that was when they had, and that was Carson Wentz's rookie season when they went 7-9 that year. And we're not, and definitely not winning there because the Eagles, the only undefeated team in the NFL, they're 5-0. Jalen Hurts looks amazing, and their defense looks good too. And the Steelers haven't won in Philadelphia since the early 60s. We really should be 0-5 right now. We should not have won that Bengals game. If Minkah Fitzpatrick didn't become literally God and block that PAT, or if Zach Taylor would have had a brain and challenged that obvious touchdown that the ref said wasn't, or if, the Bengals long snapper didn't get injured, Mike Tomlin tried his hardest to lose that game for us, and we still came up on top. We really should be 0-5 right now, but we're 1-4. And our defense is terrible. Is it because he's not here? No. I don't care if TJ Watt was playing. Does he control our linebackers, middle linebacker area with that absolute monstrosity of a middle linebacker and number 55, Devin Bush? Talk about a first-round bust. And that really was upsetting because he went to Michigan for college. And Michigan, if you guys seen my videos, is my favorite college football team. I really thought Devin Bush was going to be good. I got a freaking Devin Bush jersey. He's definitely going to be cut. Steelers didn't decide not to do his fifth-year option. And he's had a terrible year so far. He's going to have the best season of a lifetime if he wants to stay with this organization. He doesn't try. He just stands there. And he's like a statue. He had an opportunity to sack Josh Allen back on Sunday, but when he got close, he just looked like he gave up. And Malik Reed, what was the point of us getting him? He has done absolutely nothing for us. Cornerbacks are terrible. Ahkello Witherspoon was terrible. Now he's hurt. And then who we got? We got Levi Wallace. Okay, now Levi Wallace hasn't really done much for us this year. Yes, he did intercept Josh Allen back on Sunday. If you wanted to see a defensive highlight for the Steelers back on Sunday, boom. Levi Wallace intercepted Josh Allen in the first quarter or the second quarter. That's it. That is the only highlight the Steelers have, but as a team. Or or for all you punter fans out there, if you really wanted to see a game where a team punts, watch us. I swear to God, Presley Harvin is out there at least 6 times a game every week because of our abysmal offensive play calling in Matt Canada. And I know I've bitched and complained about Matt Canada all last year and this year too. I got excited because just seeing how our offense played in preseason, it made me think that we could do good. And then the first 2 games, offense was terrible. In the third game, offense had a great first half against the Browns. And then they absolutely just shut it down in the second half. Last week, we had a 20-10 lead against the Jets. And yes, I know Pickett threw 3 interceptions. 2 of them wasn't his fault. One of them was the Freiermuth who jumped to get it and went off his hands. And the last one was late in the game. Just to hope a Hail Mary won us the game. But what did we do after we went up 20-10 that we just said, let's stop? And then we ended up letting the Jets come back and beat us. We let freaking Zach doing your mom Wilson gritty on us in the end zone. And then this game. This absolute monstrosity of a game. If you want to talk about terrible offensive play calling, look at Matt Canada. You know what, Matt Canada? Why don't you make your last name and go up to Canada and coach in the CFL? Because that's how your play calling is. Your play calling is like we're in the freaking CFL. Makes sense because your last name is Canada. And Mike Tomlin. I am so sick and tired of this. Standard is the standard. We don't live in our fears. If we don't live in our fears, then why did we attempt 2 field goals down by over 30 points? And Boswell missed both of them. At 4th down, we're down like 31-3 or 38-3. Instead of trying to go for touchdowns, make the game a little closer, we just gave up and went for field goals. What is that, Tomlin? What is it we don't live in our fears? Stop saying we don't live in our fears when you obviously do. And the standard is the standard. What is the standard? Being just settling for field goals, not having aggressive offensive play calling, having terrible defenses that just let the offense take control of them and do whatever they want. Terrell Austin has been a disappointment. Brian Flores has been a disappointment. Matt Canada, of course, he's been a disappointment, but I had expected him to. Mike Tomlin has been a disappointment. Our entire coaching staff has been a disappointment. If we keep this up, what is our record going to be at the end of the year? Are we going to pull a Jaguars in 2020 and win the first game and then lose out? Are we going to be 1-16? I don't think so. I'm sure the Steelers are going to win at least a few more games, but Jesus. If you Steelers fans out there are saying, "Oh, it's going to get better," I have news for you. It is not. If the Steelers are going to keep going on like how they've been going this season, we're going to probably only win like 3, 4, 5 games. Like, seriously, I said this in my Browns video, but as a Steelers fan, look at our remaining schedule for the rest of the season. You know, I'll tell you it right now. I'm going to be off screen, but I'll tell you it right now. Home against the Bucks, at the Dolphins, at the Eagles, bye week. Home against the Saints, home against the Bengals on Sunday night, at the Colts on Monday night, at the Falcons, home against the Ravens, at the Panthers, home against the Raiders, at the Ravens, and home against the Browns. Of all of those games, which of those can you tell me that you are 100% confident that we can win? Every week, I don't know, and I know you could say, well, the Colts offense is terrible, the Steelers could beat them. Well, the Steelers offense is terrible too. That game could probably be like the Broncos-Colts Thursday night game from last week. I'm just tired of this. I'm tired of our coaching staff not wanting to be great. I'm tired of Mike Tomlin just settling for stuff. And you just see him on the sideline. They show him on the sideline when we're down by so much. All he's doing is just chewing his bubble gum. He just looks like he doesn't care. And it makes sense because he has that clip. We do not care. I've always defended Mike Tomlin. There's been Steelers fans out there that have said that Tomlin is a terrible coach. He should be fired. I said, how is he a terrible coach when he keeps giving us winning seasons? But this season, he just looks like he just doesn't care. It's like, I swear, it's like preparing for this Bills game. He just told our team, saying, well, it's the Bills. We're expected to lose by a lot, so why even try? Instead of trying to make an upset and try to put us back into the season and give us a 2-3 record. But no. And Canada is definitely responsible for this. And I know I've complained about him in the past, but you could give him just a little bit of slack the first 3.5 games because freaking Trubisky was our quarterback, the absolute monstrosity of a quarterback in Mitchell Trubisky. That we just, for some reason, thought it would be a great idea to sign him. And no, it wasn't the Bears coaching staff. He's just not good. And maybe the Steelers coaching staff is not good either. Who knows? But do you think that Trubisky would be good? He literally backed up Josh Allen last year. You think he would learn some stuff from him? But no, apparently not. Or maybe we're just not letting him do what he wants, because that's obviously what we're doing with Kenny Pickett. What is it with Matt Canada? Why are we not letting Pickett be himself. Why are we not letting him do what he did last season to win Pittsburgh the ACC championship? Make himself a Heisman frontrunner. Give himself 42 touchdowns and 7 interceptions last season. Why are we not letting Pickett be himself? We're just containing him. Just throw checkdowns. Receivers, finally, our receivers had a good game. Deontay Johnson had some great catches. He had that one that ended up being out of bounds because he just couldn't get his foot in bounds. But he had a good game. George Pickens, he can be a stud. George Pickens is a really good receiver. It's just too bad that our boring offensive coordinator, our terrible OC won't utilize him. And then Chase Claypool. Thank God he finally had a decent game. Because I was really starting to think that Chase Claypool was a bust. He just has no effort. He just has that Notre Dame cocky mentality with him. And thinking that he's the best without doing anything. Okay, well, when was the last time Claypool had a great game? His rookie year against the Eagles, when he had 4 touchdowns. After that, he has just been nothing. It's like we wasted a draft pick. I still think that Claypool is a bust. And you know who's also first-round bust? All on our defense. Devin Bush, Terrell Edmonds. Devin Bush needs to get off the team. He is too much of a wuss to do anything. I don't know if he's worried about his ACL, but that was 2 years ago. Devin Bush, first-round bust. I cannot see how he's going to be on the team in 2023. I don't know how. Terrell Edmonds, who knows? Who in our defense is good? Alex Highsmith and Cam Hayward, I guess. That's it. Minkah Fitzpatrick, too. Don't forget about Minkah. But, geez, our defense really did not show up yesterday. I'm just so pissed off. I am so tired of this team. The Steelers team. And I'm not going to be that, I'm going to just like the Chiefs or something. I'm not going to be all, the Chiefs are the best team. Every time they complete a 1-yard pass, I have to act like they're the best team in the NFL, like all these highlight YouTubers on YouTube. Anyway, but that's it for me. This has just been embarrassing, to say the least. We just show no heart. We really need to get rid of Matt Canada. He is terrible. And he's actually bad. I'm not going to be like Ravens fans who say their offensive coordinator is terrible when the Ravens always have a great offense. Anyway. Hopefully we could turn it around. I can't see them doing it. We just show no effort. We just show that we just don't care. So, I mean, we're going to win a game again at some point, but who knows when. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll be back next week talking about the Bucs game. And I'll probably be ranting about them losing. Maybe I'll be surprised, but we'll see. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.